Once upon a time, a small frog named Felix lived in the heart of a lush, green forest. Unlike the other frogs, Felix feared almost everything: loud noises, deep waters, and even the thought of leaping too far. But one day, his fear would be put to the ultimate test. Felix's friends loved to jump, play, and explore. They leaped from stone to stone and splashed into the cool pond below. "Come on, Felix. Jump with us," they called. But Felix only shook his head. "What if I fall? What if the water is too deep?" he asked, his voice trembling. That night, under the glowing moon, Felix sat alone on a mossy rock. An old owl, wise and watchful, perched on a low branch. "Fear only has the power you give it," the owl hooted. "To leap is to trust yourself." Felix pondered the owl's words. Could he overcome his fear? The next day, dark clouds rolled in, and strong winds swept through the forest. The pond's water rippled furiously. Felix watched as his friends hurried to safety, but one little frog was stuck on a distant rock, too far to leap back. Felix's heart pounded. He had to do something. Felix took a deep breath. He remembered the owl's words. "Fear only has the power you give it," he whispered. He stepped to the edge, his legs shaking. The wind howled, the water churned, but Felix knew this was his moment. With all his strength, Felix leaped. The world seemed to slow down as he soared through the air. His heart raced, his legs stretched wide, and for the first time, he felt free. He landed safely on the rock. The little frog, eyes wide with relief, held onto him tightly. Together, they prepared to jump back. With courage fueling their strength, Felix and the little frog leaped back to safety. The other frogs cheered as they landed. "You did it, Felix," they cried. Felix smiled. He had faced his fear, and won. From that day on, Felix was no longer afraid. He leaped, he swam, and he explored the world beyond his fears. He had learned that fear only holds power if you let it, and that courage is found in taking the first leap. And so, the little frog who once feared the leap became the bravest of them all. His story spread across the forest, reminding everyone that sometimes, all it takes is one leap of faith to overcome fear. Remember, dear listener, fear only has the power you give it. Dare to take that leap, and you just might find yourself soaring.